Hello everyone. Today I want to discuss with you people basic accounting terms. There are certain basic accounting terms which are daily use in the business world before recording the transactions in the books. It is essential to understand these terms as these terms have their specific meaning in accounting. So, for that, it is known as accounting terminology, and there are many basic accounting terms. And today, we are going to discuss some of that. I can give you the example of those basic accounting terms. You may say that business transaction, event, trade receivable, bills receivable, purchase, sales, assets, liabilities, stock, profit, loss, capital, drawings, income, etc. etc. So today we are going to discuss some of those which I given you as example over here. First, I am taking as a business transaction. A business transaction is an economic event that has some effect on the resources of a firm or on the sources of a firm's assets. This business transaction will affect to the financial condition of the company and they must be recorded by a company. So this we completed our business transaction. There are many features. It involves an economic activity. Your definition is suggesting. Transaction may be classified into two types, external and internal. External transactions are those which involve economic activities between two independent business entities such as purchase or sales of goods. Internal transactions are those economic activities that take place entirely within one business entity such as depreciation charge on fixed assets. Now, we are going to discuss another terminology. Yes, you are right, that is event. An accounting event is a transaction that is recognized in the financial statements of an accounting entity. Example of accounting events include such things as recording the depreciation of an asset, the payment of dividends to investors, the purchase of materials from a suppliers and the sale of goods to customers. So all what examples are given is suggesting that when something is going to be completed, but events are not necessary that it will come with the amount only. It may coming with the amount or it may not including the amount. Okay, so after doing the event, we are going to do the another definition. Yes, another one is, I told you that it is trade receivable. So what do you mean by trade receivable? It is amount billed by a business to its customers when it delivers goods or services to them in the ordinary course of business. Here, debtors and bill receivable both are coming under trade receivable. So, another questions are going to raise, what do you mean by debtors? Yes, the debtors represent those persons or firms to whom goods have been sold or services rendered on credit and payment has not been received from them. Then another terms are coming. Bills receivables. A bill of exchange becomes bill receivable for the person who draws it and get it back after its acceptance from the drawee. After doing this, we must complete our trade payables. Trade payable is the amount payable on the account of the goods purchased or services taken in the normal course of business. Trade payables consider two things. Those are creditors and bills payable. The term creditors represent those persons or firm from whom goods have been purchased or services procured on credit and payment has not been made to them. Bills payable. A bill of exchange becomes bills payable for the person who accepts it and return it to drawer. Yes, return to the drawer. Next term is coming as purchase. Yes, we will do the definition of purchase next as a basic terminology. And the purchase is the term used only for the purchase of goods in which the business deal. Here it means to take possession of a given asset, property, item or right by paying a predetermined amount of money for the transaction to be completed successfully. So the purpose of this to procure, to take the possession on the property. Next we are going to do sales. Sales is the transfer of ownership of and title to goods or services from one person to another for price. Okay, so we completed our sales. Now I am going to do the assets. An asset is anything of value or a resource of value that can be converted into cash. Individuals, companies and government own assets. For company, an assets might generate revenue or a company might benefit in some way from owning or using the assets. You will get the segregation of assets. It may be tangible assets. Tangible assets are those assets which can be seen and touched. Intangible assets, those assets which do not have a physical existence and thus cannot be seen or felt. For example, patent, copyright, etc. Then you can give the example of current assets. Current assets are those assets which are meant for sale or which the management would want to convert into cash within 1 year. There are another assets also, fictitious assets. These assets are the assets which cannot be realized in cash or no further benefit can be derived from these assets. Okay, next we are going to do the liabilities. When you discuss assets, you have to discuss about the liabilities. So what do you mean by liability? It refers to the amount which the firm owes to outsider. Okay, so this is the liability which owes to the outsider. Liabilities are debt and obligation of the business. Liability represent creditors' claim on interest of ownership of the business asset. You will get different type, or you can say that liability may be divided in two parts, that is the internal liabilities and external liabilities, and further classified as under non-current liabilities, current liabilities, contingent liability. Yes, here you must know what do you mean by contingent liability. These are not the actual liabilities on the date of balance sheet but may become payable only on the happening of some specific event. Example are bills discounted but not mature. Here bill is discounted but it is not mature yet. So when it will be mature, then it becomes the liabilities for you. So by that time, how you will segregate that? You will segregate it as a contingent liabilities. Then there is a very important term, that is a stock. The term stock includes the value of those goods which are purchased for reselling and which are lying unsold at the end of accounting period. Okay, one meaning of stock refers to the goods on a hand which is to be sold to customers. In that situation, stock means inventory. The term stock is also used to mean the ownership shares of a corporation. So we discuss about the stock, and you will get the stock and or inventory in a different way. Inventory of work in progress, inventory of finished goods, inventory of stock in trade, etc. Then next term is coming, and please you have to do all the terms before doing the accounts because you must know the basic meaning of accounting terms. Yes, so we are doing the next, profit. Profit is the following. Profit is the financial gain from business activity minus expenses. Profit is the income remaining after total costs are deducted from total revenue. It is the positive gain because it denotes the basis on which tax is computed and dividend is paid. Okay, we completed our profit also. So when I'm saying profit, I know loss is striking in your mind. So loss is a decrease in net income that is outside the normal operation of the business. Losses can result from a number of activities such as sale of an asset for less than its value. So we discuss our losses. The important terms come over here, that is known as capital. Capital is something which is excess of assets over liability, known as your capital. Okay, so capital includes the cash and other financial assets held by an individual or business and is the total of all financial resources used to leverage growth and build financial stability. Here it is referred to the amount invested by the proprietor in a business enterprises. It is the amount with the help of which goods and assets are purchased in the business. Many more basic terms are here, as I can tell you. The expenditure, any disbursement of cash or transfer of property or incurring a liability for the purpose of acquiring assets, goods or services is called expenditure. You will get two types. You can divide it in two categories: capital expenditures and revenue expenditures. So what do you mean by revenue? Revenue is accounting means the income of a recurring nature from any source. Okay, I must discuss with you the meaning of income. Income equal to revenue minus expense. So income is different from revenue. Amount received from sale of goods is called revenue and the cost of goods sold is called expense. Surplus of revenue over expense is called income. So I discussed most of the basic accounting terminology. So we will meet in the next video. Till that, tata, bye, take care, thank you.